I think most things worth doing are a little scary initially.
That's a very good point, yeah.
If you're pooping alone, you're doing it wrong. Don't poop alone, poop with friends. It's the number 2 show.
All right, well, welcome to the number 2 show, the only show made by people on the toilet, for people on the toilet. I am, as always, your host, Johnny of House 2 Flush. And with me today is the incredible Sunday Coulter.
Hello.
An amazing artist and friend
Thank
of
you.
mine. You've probably seen her husband on our show before, John Coulter. He was our very first guest like 4 years ago at this point, I think it was, when we first started making this. So
Yeah, it's been a while.
well, welcome to the very first episode of the number 2 show. I'm your host, Johnny. This is the only show made by people on the toilet, for people on the toilet. I'm here with my first guest, the incredible, the gorgeous John Paul Coulter.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sunday is quite an incredible artist, and so
Thank you.
we said, you know what, we're spinning the show back up, we got to get her on.
Nice.
So,
Thank you.
how long, like, when did you come to the point where you were like I am an artist?
Art's always been part of me. I think my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my mom were all very, it's amazing, building something out there. We're all really talented people in different ways, like not traditional art per se, but like seamstress. And you know, my great-grandmother was a crocheter, and she would make doilies and things like that, and just really incredible work. So I've always had this appreciation for creating, which I think at a very young age, my great-grandmother was always very supportive. Like, I would draw at her kitchen table in Philadelphia. I remember her telling me I was going to be a famous artist someday. So, you know, just always there. It's just always been there.
That's awesome to see that familial support for that, because so often, unfortunately, you hear about people who have had the creativity beaten out of them, or you know, just that their family wasn't supportive of it. That doesn't contribute anything,
right?
You know, but
that's so interesting. I never really thought about that, but you're right. Like, I don't really think they considered themselves artists per se, but they definitely were. So, and I think that whole support system of like just not telling me I couldn't do something was really important for me. Definitely.
So much I think of people's creativity and stuff begins at this young age. And if it is encouraged and blossomed, like, it becomes so often something incredibly beautiful.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to see that was how your family treated it.
True. I think of that often when I do aerial yoga as well. And so I think about that often because I'm always like, when you're young and you're doing all these things, you know, you're playing on the monkey bars and you're doing gymnastics in your living room or whatever. And so many people tell women in particular, or young girls, like, oh, it's time to stop doing that. Don't do that anymore. It's not appropriate, or this or that. And then as you get older, you start to pay people to teach you how to do the things that you used to do when you were young, very naturally. But because somebody told you to stop, you did.
Yeah.
But then, you know, you have to rediscover that joy later on your own. So many people don't explore that. So it's kind of sad.
What is aerial yoga?
Aerial yoga is yoga with silks that hang from the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
So it's like it's more like a support. It's not like Cirque du Soleil or anything, but you do flip upside down and do some other things, which is really fun and exciting.
That's awesome. I think I've seen people doing videos.
Yeah, it's fun.
Or seen videos of people doing that.
Yeah.
That seems very scary to me.
It is, initially.
Yeah.
I think most things worth doing are a little scary initially.
That's a very good point, yeah.
And then once you get over that fear, then you can start to embrace it and really like enjoy it. And so that's where I am now. In the beginning, I was like, oh my God, why am I doing this? What's wrong with me? Why am I flipping upside down on a weekday after work? But once you start to trust it and you really, you know, it becomes a lot more fun, and you just flip around, spin around. It's good. But a lot of people don't stay. So we get a lot of people that come and try it once, and then they're like, And I think
push
that's
through it.
yeah, I think that's with most things in life, right? Like you just have to push through it a little bit,
Yeah.
and then you get to a better place.
So your artwork, we'll have to put up some examples of it.
Sure.
But you've done, from what I've seen, you've done a lot of mosaic work with
Yeah.
like stained glass.
Correct. Yeah.
Is that your primary art form, or do you stray from that at
I
all?
do stray from it a little bit here and there. That's my primary one because I have a really nice place to go to do it.
Okay.
It's a great environment and I really enjoy it. Kim Hogan, a nice shout out to her. She creates this beautiful experience. But I also do other things. I do something with layered paint
Okay.
where you layer a bunch of paint on a board and then you scrape designs out into it. And then I've been trying to combine the two, which has been kind of fun. I sold one piece. I did a little frog with some stuff in the background, and I'm working on another one with a buck. And I'm going to put some paint in the background. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a weird thing, but
I
yeah.
got to see this earlier this morning.
Yeah.
Sunday and her husband John came over for breakfast. I cooked him breakfast, and I
Very
got
good.
to see the art piece, and it's very cool so far. I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward to seeing
Thank
the
you.
full version.
But for a while there, I was doing a lot of 80s rock stars that have passed away or gone on to greatness. So
Big show in the sky.
yeah, I've been I did that for a while. So now I'm just kind of venturing out into trying some new different stuff just because I was doing that for so many years. I think
Yeah.
it was like 6 years of just
Wow.
doing those kind of mosaics. But I do enjoy paint and other stuff. I'm going to do some mosaics on, we just got our deck done last year. So I'm going to do some mosaics on the risers off the back of the deck. So
Very cool.
that's a big project for this winter. Well, my husband is out for December doing some work.
Yes. Visiting our friend in the North Pole.
Correct, yes.
So what got you into mosaics? Like, how did that start?
Oh, I went to a First Friday up in Bethlehem
Yeah.
at the Banana Factory and ran into Kim Hogan
Okay.
and admired her work and always wanted to try something new. I'm always up for trying something new. And so I took one of her classes out at her farm and then I just got hooked. It's kind of one of those things where the crunching sound and all of it is really addictive. It's fun.
I've played a little tiny bit with glass
Yeah.
back in, it's mostly just messed around in my parents' basement because
Nice.
there were glass cutters and I was like, I want to try cutting the glass, and it
Yeah.
never worked right for me.
Yeah.
I'm sure I wasn't doing it correctly.
There's so many different styles of mosaic. Like some people get very, like they want every piece to be perfectly shaped and all that. I'm a little more of a organic, I guess. So I like to use all the pieces that people don't use,
That's fine.
and kind of make them into something new. So that's just my style. But there's, you know,
Yeah.
definitely all kinds of styles of how to do mosaics, and I think that's the beauty of it, that you just kind of find your own path on how you want to do it. Kim and I were just talking recently. She was asking me if I plan things out because I'm doing a piece for my boss, and I'm like, oh no, kind of just draw it on there and then I just make up as I go along. But that comes from years of experience with color and shapes and things like that because I'm also a graphic designer, so
Okay.
that helps.
So yeah, you're a graphic designer.
I work part-time for Adobe during their conferences, but I actually work for Siegel, which is a human resources consulting firm, and I've been with them for 33 years.
Wow.
Yeah, long time. Long time. And I've been lucky to be part of technology through that whole, you know, I was there at the birth of computers,
Yeah.
basically, 84, 86.
Yeah.
Can't even believe I'm that old. But till now, you know, we're the age of AI. So I've seen it all,
Yeah.
basically, and worked on all kinds of software over the years. Adobe is definitely my suite of choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been exciting. It's pretty interesting journey that I've had with technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As an artist who has also been there through this kind of birth of technology to what it is today, how do you feel about people using AI to create
Yeah,
art?
I have mixed feelings, to be fair. Part of me finds it exciting. I think it's great for certain things, certain types of things, right? It's really just a big search engine, right? Right now, it's not really artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
It's more like augmented intelligence. But from a creator perspective, I think it's dangerous a little bit, only because we don't have regulations in place to protect artists at the moment, especially in the United States. We are really lacking in that, and I think it opens up a door for bad characters to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
I definitely play around with it, and I have to know it for my job and things like that. But I just throw up a little red flag and go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Also, the environmental impact of it is really, really not good.
Yeah.
So that worries me quite a bit. Again, because we don't have the infrastructure set up for it properly. We don't have the regulations to help with that.
Yeah.
So that to me is a little concerning. But overall, I think it can be a good tool. It's great for ideation. I don't know if I would necessarily use it for a final piece per se for myself, but to each their own.
A lot of creators that I've seen who use it, and people that I respect, they do have that kind of mindset of like, okay, it's a good thing to kind of, as a launching point of like, throw some words on, see what it comes up with, and kind of, okay, here's something that can create me to then inspire me to create beyond that, kind of that ideation stage. But then, like you said, like the final product.
The other part of it is like, AI is only as good as the source that it has out there.
Yeah.
So if people stop creating, AI won't get any smarter, right?
Yeah.
On their own.
Yeah.
If they stop creating original works and all that, AI will only grow with what it knows. So I think it's important to keep creativity as a part of that whole system. Otherwise, we're going to be very genericized at some point, and everything will just look the same and feel the same, and that's so boring.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Well, one of the artists who I believe is one of your favorite artists, Salvador Dali.
Oh yeah.
He was definitely someone who put out some very unique creations out there, that you really didn't see before. And I think, like, I was listening to a podcast this morning about Salvador Dali because I knew you were coming on, and I really don't know much about him.
Oh, fascinating.
And I think, everybody thinks about the melting clock paintings, but like some of the stuff that these people were talking about with paintings that he did of his sister and stuff, like I was looking up his artwork, and like there's some really incredible stuff out there that's not just the surrealist.
Right. He didn't start out as a surrealist artist. He started out as a master artist. And so he mastered pretty much all of the traditional arts, and then went on to create his own vision, which is what I respect the most about him. And I think most people do think of like the clock and everything, but he did furniture, jewelry, really beautiful traditional art pieces that are amazing. My husband and I went to Figueres, Spain, to see his house and go to his museum and stuff. I've been a fan for many, many years. I thank my aunt for that, because she kind of inspired me to look into him at a young age. And just the volume of his work and the variety of it is just so impressive, and so like, wow, man, the guy just was, he's kind of like Prince, but in the art world, right? Yeah. Like he's like, he just did his own thing every single day, and then just got lucky and got famous for it, I guess. Yeah. Beautiful stuff.
One of the things I was listening to was they were saying one of his partners at a certain point, and I don't remember her name. Dahlia, was kind of responsible for a lot of his growth in terms of his popularity, because she was quite a savvy businesswoman who helped take him to that next level.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
When you have a good partner, it's a good thing.
It really does make a huge difference.
It totally does. If you have someone who supports you and just like wants you to do well and be well and grow, I think that's, the best you can ask for.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Wow. So who, like Salvador Dali, obviously favorite artist, is he someone that you take inspiration from for your art, or do you take inspiration from other artists for your art, or do you
interesting.
kind of just
No, I kind of just do my own thing.
your own thing?
I think the inspiration that he gives me is just that there's no wrong in art. Like, I think if he would have limited himself to just one thing, that he wouldn't have been as successful as he was
Yeah.
at his final thing, which was surrealism and just the whole, extravaganza of it all.
Yeah.
But if someone would have said to him like, that's a little much, and
Yeah.
he would have taken that in, I think it would have been a whole different Salvatore Dali. So that part, I love his fearlessness and his just like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do what I want, which is my tagline. Just saying.
I'm just gonna do what I want. That's a good tagline. Yeah, absolutely.
As long as it doesn't hurt anybody else.
Yeah.
Do what you
Wow.
want.
Yeah. That's a very, very important caveat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or yourself. Don't hurt yourself either.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
So what you have been doing art for many years.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any projects that you've kind of had in your head
Oh God.
that you have thought like, eventually I'm going to get to that?
Yes. Without a doubt. Yes. For one reason or another, years ago, I had this dream about my mother and I used to make little origami boxes out of old Christmas cards every year.
Okay.
And so we would just fold them, I had this dream of doing this huge piece of origami boxes, just all of them. And when you had the lid on, it would be Batman, and when you take the lid off, there would be the Joker inside.
Oh my God.
And I don't know why, but I always imagine it like super huge and big.
Yeah.
But that's just one of those projects I'd love to do someday.
Look forward to the Batman and Joker as origami.
I don't know.
boxes.
I don't know why I thought of that, but like
Yeah.
to display it, I'd probably have to have half off and half on
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be very cool
And
to
I
see
keep
like
an-
on a museum wall.
I keep a note in my phone of all my crazy ideas of things to do. I just call it ideas, and
Yeah.
I often have dreams about work that I want to do,
Okay.
and so sometimes I'll just wake up in the morning and put it in the note, and then don't look at it for a while, and then I'll
Yeah.
be like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. I should do that.
How detailed are your notes?
Not very.
Not very
They're
detailed,
just
okay.
kind of like, remember the thing about the cat with the
Yeah.
hat or whatever kind of thing.
Because I have notes in my phone for like an idea that I had, and I'll write it down, and then a year later I'll look at it and I'll go, what the hell was that? What does that even mean? I don't like it's hard to parse out. So
Yeah, I get that. I think I'm a weird. Creative in a weird way, because I have also the logic side of
Okay.
my brain. So, for instance, I can do a lot of really cool stuff with Excel, which I don't want to brag about, but
whoa.
there are some people that are creative that
Yeah.
don't have that mindset where they can flip over to the math side of
Yeah.
things. And so for me, my notes, I visually check it in
Yeah.
my head. Like, I have a visual memory, but I can also kind of decipher my own, I don't know why I said that. I don't know
Yeah.
why that made me think of that connection, but it did.
So you read the note and you're like, okay, that was logged in this file.
Yeah,
That-
exactly.
Okay, that's
Kind
what I was
of.
talking
I think
about.
so. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's a really important thing as a creative, to have a notepad, a
Oh, yeah.
diary of notes on your phone to record those ideas. Because
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you how many thoughts I've had and hadn't written it down. And then like you have that like, damn, I had something really good that I wanted to, and it's just gone.
Yeah.
And you hope, someday maybe the
Yeah.
inspiration strikes you again.
Right.
But,
Another good way is like a voice memo. Just leave
Oh,
yourself
yeah.
a voice memo. I've gotten John to do that
yeah.
quite often with like his comedy stuff. I'll be
Yeah.
like, you should record that because that was pretty good. You need to work on it, but it's a good idea. So
That's
yeah.
the important wife role.
Yeah.
Not that that's wives should be relegated to just the role of
Right.
support, but like you need to work on that.
Yeah.
My wife says that to me all the time. Like, okay, I see what you're doing, but polish it up a little bit.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. There's all kinds of ideas, and just figuring out which ones are the really viable ones and which ones are like, that was good in theory, but maybe not in
Yeah,
practice.
what's your process for that kind of triage of like weeding out? Okay, this is something that I want to work on right now versus this is something that I'll attack later.
Interesting. Usually it's time. Time is the big equalizer.
Yeah.
Like how long it will take me to do something, and I might put something off because I'll be like, oh, I really want to focus on that and give it my full attention.
Yeah.
Where some things I almost get in a meditative state when I'm doing art sometimes, especially mosaics.
Yeah.
Like, I can do work and I'll be done at the end of the night and go like, wow, I don't even, whoa,
Yeah.
how'd I get
Where'd
here?
the time go? Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, for me, I think it's more like, so for the mosaics, like I have a set amount of time to do a project
Yeah.
because I'm going to class and kind of doing it that way. So that works out well. Other projects that I have like in my head, like the big Batman thing, that would be a huge time suck.
Yeah.
And so I would really want to focus on like just doing that. And so that one probably gets pushed off because I don't have that kind of free time right now because I'm
Yeah.
working full time and, dogs and life and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So someday when I retire, I'll just be making little boxes
There you
and
go.
gluing them on a big board. It'd be amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sunday, for
Sure.
coming on.
Sure.
This has been very fun to talk.
Yeah, thanks.
One more Salvador Dali thing.
Yeah.
In the podcast, I heard them say that his older brother, who passed away before he was born, was also named Salvador Dali.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
And that-
interesting.
When he was born, his mother kind of viewed him as the reincarnation of
Oh,
his older
interesting.
brother,
Yeah.
which because they were talking about like kind of the early family
Dynamics.
and stuff, and that there was a very interesting, probably strained dynamic of like, wait,
Yeah.
my older brother's name was Salvador
Yeah,
Dali,
that's
and
kind of
like
weird.
they were even talking about
That
like,
explains a lot.
visiting like the grave of your older brother,
Oh,
but
wow.
seeing your name on it,
Wow,
like,
that's gotta really mess with your brain.
Would
That might
really be
explain a
trippy.
lot.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
Environment definitely affects artists,
yeah.
right? Like,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely,
yeah.
yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense in a lot of weird ways. So I could see
Very
it now.
strange.
Yeah,
So parenting tip: don't name your kid the same name
don't do that.
as your previous child who died.
Also, if your daughter is born on a Tuesday and you name her Sunday, don't do that. Most asked question.
That's fair, yeah. Sunday. It's definitely a unique name.
Yeah,
I
yeah, totally.
don't know. Do you meet other people named Sunday?
There's a gentleman in the town where we live who owns a restaurant called Sundays.
Oh, that's right.
But
Yeah.
he's a Greek. It's apparently a pretty common Greek male name,
Oh, okay.
Sunday,
Oh.
which I didn't know. But
You-
yeah,
Don't look at all like
No,
a Greek man.
I'm not.
So
I'm not. I don't know why my mom. I asked her so many times, and she would just give me like vague answers.
yeah.
So I just made up a story that it was a Sunday night at the drive-in. And, wink, wink.
There you go.
So my brother and sister have normal names. So I don't know.
Very,
interesting.
Very interesting.
Yep.
Well, where can we? Do you have an Instagram?
I do. At Cuzit Sunday. Cuzits Sunday.
Sunday,
Yeah,
okay.
like a day of the week. Yeah.
Cool.
That's it.
Well, check out Sunday on Instagram.
Yeah.
I know some
I
of
see
your
a lot of
artwork
travel
is
pictures
up there. And yeah, travel
Yeah.
pictures and stuff. But thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
This was
thank
excellent.
you. Yeah, thank you. Great
All
job.
right. Well, everybody have a great day.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right.
Nice.
Wow, it turns out that the true magic was the friends we made along the way. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, click the like button, hit subscribe, do all those good things. You know, YouTube stuff.